Lord, I pray for the destruction of my enemy. My brothers on the block trying to kill me. Satan on his job trying to kill me. Gotta watch out for the cops trying to kill me. Lord, I pray for the destruction of my enemy.
We got the juice. 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 Cut up a heathen, no blood on my boots. Cut up a heathen, no blood on my boots. We got the juice. We got the juice. We got the juice. Cut up a heathen, no blood on my boots. Can't call me Toby Joe, ate my roots. Still on the boob, I got milk on my tooth. Still on the boob. Stay in your place, but stay in your lane. Now follow some elders that change up the game. Brothers be blocked, they leaving a stain. Watch what you say, put respect on my name, put respect on my team. Them angels got beams. Move like I lean in the spiritual ring. Find you a precept, I'm quicker than Bing. Only 5'9", but spirit y'all mean. Pull up in chariots, scream like Harriet. Brothers be faking, Lil Judas is scaring. I keep a nice weapon unless it's a carry. The crib and the king that look like the Marriott. Calling out prophecy, letting them loose. Chariots coming, we chunking the deuce. Feeling like David, I'm feeling the funk. Teacher and reader get spiritually jumped. Bow like Samson, I'm Absalom Hempson. We taking the kingdom, don't look for no ransom. Don't look for no mercy, don't look for no freedom. This is your hell, but this is my kingdom. Temples gon' turn, but shut up and learn. Top of the mountain, that's where we sojourn. Dapping with angels, they don't look like babies. Angels kill armies. Boys, you crazy? We got the juice. 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 We got the. I get my garments from Sister Amina. The fam getting tight like Pam and Gina. We love to see one. The streets my arena. They keep getting beat. They remind me of Tina. Keep getting mad. The heathens be raging. I stay with an army. Little boy, we ain't playing. I got commandments and have to go sin. Like who the hell talking, boy? Come get your mans. Pull up my pants and throw in my garment. No dancing like niggas. We warring like sperms. They doing their job like Tommy from Martin. Name on the roster 144 starting. Name in the credits. We putting in work. Looking at Vineyard, you see purple shirt. Look on their face, you can see that they're hurt. Some vessels be diamonds, some vessels be dirt. Niggas be watching the way that we move. They acting like heathens, they come kiss the shoes. All of my brothers got something to prove. Losing your mind if you think we gon' lose. Stay with the 12, what the hell is the crew? This is the secret return of the Jews. This is the secret return of the Jews. We got the juice, we got the juice. We got the juice, we got the juice, we got the juice. We got the juice, we got the juice. Cut up your heathen, no blood on my boots. We got the juice, we got the juice, we got the juice. We got the juice. We got the juice. We got the juice. Cut up a heathen, no blood on my boots. Can't call me Toby Joe, ate my roots. Still on the boob, I got milk on my tooth. Still on the boob, stay in your.
Coming out their Bible, casting down imagination. Coming out their Bible, casting down imagination. Coming out their Bible, coming out their Bible, coming out their Bible,
you know who that
casting
is.
down
DJ Officer Shaw.
Let's go.
Where I'm at.
The lights on the scene, here to let you
Turn
know.
me up.
Yeah, his eyes like mine, and his feet like mine. You know his really hair, same color that snow. Yeah, Christ gon' go. With that fire, be blazing.
Okay.
Them nations, fire out.
Yeah.
Gon' get that whoa.
That whoa. Shout out. You know it's casting down imaginations. You know what time it is, y'all. It is Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I'm going to be in Orlando, Florida.
Ooh, pass over.
So don't mind this haircut. I'm going to get it cut. I'm just waiting until the last moment so my cut is fresh for the Passover. By the way, FYI. But y'all, you know what time it is, y'all. You see the title, The Preaching Woman Equals Single Women. You understand that? And we going to prove it. I ain't just going to talk. I'm not just going to say something and not prove it.
Right.
Again, I'm Officer Abiyah. My reader to my left is
Brother Aziel.
provoking him to good works, y'all. We provoking him to good work. We're building the brother back up, and that's how we going to do it. This brother is a wonderful reader. One of my favorite readers, by the way.
All praise.
You know how we start this. Give me 2 Corinthians chapter 10. This goes for the sister in the world and the sister in the truth. The one that feel like, oh, a man can't tell me nothing. I don't care if I'm married. He da-da-da-da. Okay, we're going to see where you got that spirit from.
Right.
We about to show you where you got that spirit from. And it's not of the Lord. No. We're going to show you where it came from. Read that.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
This Bible is mighty through the pulling down of strongholds. Read.
Casting down imaginations.
You know what an imagination is? A woman that believes that she can be a preacher or a pastor or usurp authority over a man or leading a congregation of men and women. That is a fallacy. That is an imagination of your heart. Read.
And every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God.
And that's women nowadays. Women believe that they are going to bring forth the kingdom of heaven by themselves. The black woman especially. That's your Black Lives Matter, your activists, the ones that say, we gonna do it. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Read.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
And we're gonna bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ using the word of God, the Bible.
That's right.
Give me Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22, because the prophet Jeremiah prophesied something happening in this time that we live in today. Read that.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and verse 22.
Read.
How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
The backsliding daughter is Israel, as a nation, as a whole. Read.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
And don't you see that? The woman is rising up talking about they going to be the ones that fix racial injustice. They going to be the ones to raise the household on their own. The woman is going to be the one being the breadwinner in the house. And that's a new thing on the earth.
Man.
I think Kevin Samuels said it the best. And I didn't want to pull up his clip because if you watch Kevin Samuels, he don't want you posting and stuff like that. But he said, he told his sister, he said, see, because the sister said her mama was a slave to her father. And he went off. He said it was the baby boomers time, which is his mom's generation, that looked at all the women in the past generation and looked down upon them because they were housewives. They were the ones taking care of the kids when the man went out to work. They looked down on the women back then and wanted to change it up and want to be more independent, more financially independent. And now they are the unhappiest women ever in history. Unhappy. They make the most money. They're the most educated. They're the most free. But the most unhappy women to ever live. They didn't know that they didn't stay in a role. They wanted a different role. They got it, and they don't like it.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Congratulations. You won a stupid prize for stupid behavior. Congratulations. Give me the Wikipedia of Tamika Mallory. This is one of our sisters. You seen her when George Floyd died. They gave her the microphone. She spoke so elegantly and so prolific, and everybody was like, wow. This sister is great. Which I'm not putting it against the sister, but read this. This is going to tie in, okay? We're going to start with activists, and then we're going to tie this into the black church and show you that Black Lives Matter is no different than the Christian church. They're one and the same. And their speakers speak the same thing. Read that.
Tamika Danielle Mallory, born June 8th, 1980, is an American activist. She was one of the leading organizers of the 2017 Women's March, for which she and her 3 other co-chairs were recognized at the Time 100 that year. Mallory is a proponent of gun control, feminism.
Stop. Feminism. Y'all think that there ain't no feminism in church? We gonna show you. Read.
And the Black Lives Matter movement.
Show the sister. You know, yeah, the sister goes, she speaks, she's an activist, yada, yada, yada. Show the commercial. It's the Cadillac commercial. If you listen to somebody long enough, they gonna tell you what they really believe and what their agenda is.
I've been an activist for 25 years of my life. I come from a very long line of strong women. They always encourage me to use every single resource to help another young woman who's on her journey. I am sure Black women will lead this nation to a better place. We're taking control and we're shaping our stories.
Stop. So somebody say, oh, that's a harmless commercial. It's a Cadillac commercial. She's trying to sell Cadillac. She's an activist, da-da-da. She did not say one word about a man at all in that 30 seconds. The word M-A-N never came out this woman's mouth. So is she an activist for black people or women? Think about that. Play it again. It's only 30 seconds. Play it again. Y'all think I'm making this up. Play it again. She said she came from a long line of strong black women. Where's the men at? They didn't get pregnant on their own.
Man.
Stop. Hold on. Before you play that. When a black woman say strong black woman, they normally mean single black woman.
Right.
Am I wrong? Is it strong synonymous with single?
There it is.
Play it.
I've been an activist for 25 years of my life. I come from a very long line of strong women. They always encourage me to use every single resource to help another young woman who's on her journey. I am sure black women will lead this nation to a better place. We're taking control and we're shaping our stories.
We're taking control and we're shaping our stories. That has nothing to do with black men at all. And I wish I had the Willie Lynch letter to show you where this type of mentality came from. Matter of fact, can y'all even Google the nigga marriage? Willie Lynch letter. This is very important because she just perpetuated what Willie Lynch wrote in the nigga marriage. You wrote nigga, really. Nigger marriage. He put nigga marriage, yo.
He did.
Oh. Hey, forget him, brother. Dad, go to images. See if it'll pull up on images. There it is. Please read that. Can you blow it up? We getting there, y'all. Here we go. Yep, there you go.
Go back.
Yeah, you kind of passed this, bro. Hey, y'all pray for the media team, man. They still working.
The nigger marriage, Willie Lynch letter. We breed 2 nigger males with 2 nigger females. Then we take the nigger males away from them and keep them moving and working. Say one nigger female bears a nigger female and the other bears a nigger male. Both nigger females being without influence of the nigger male image.
They're frozen.
Frozen with an independence psychologically will raise their offspring into reverse positions. The one with the female offspring will teach her to be more like herself, independent and negotiable. We negotiate with her, through her, by her. We negotiate her at will. The one with the nigga male offspring, she being frozen with the subconscious fear for his life, will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak, but physically strong. In other words, body over mind. Now, in a few years, when those 2 offsprings become fertile for early reproduction, we will make and breed them and continue the cycle. This is good, sound, and long-range comprehensive planning.
Okay, so take that and there's one part also that talks about black women good for economics, Willie Lynch letter. That too. Think about it. This activist lady, sister, was promoting Cadillac with that 30-second commercial. Cadillac funded that for sales. A commercial is only used for what? Trying to make $1. Commercials are nothing used but promotion for a product. If y'all can't find it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I wish we actually had the letter here. Unfortunately, we do not. So it is what it is. So Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. Cadillac just pimped our sister to sell black people more Cadillacs. But not just any black person, the black woman.
Right.
Because the black woman nowadays got the pocketbook. She got the money. She got the money. She got the resources. And she just got $1,400 per kid for the stimulus check. Why not put it all on a Cadillac? Because Sister Mallory is all about empowerment of black women. You see how that all worked together? Ooh, I like that, sister. I'm about to go get me a black Cadillac right now.
You know what I found interesting in that whole commercial, officer? I don't remember seeing the car.
No, it was not the car. It was black women crowning each other. Think about that. Black women crowning each other. Black women go around calling themselves queens, right? In order for a queen to be a queen, there has to be a king. But some reason, our sisters forgot that.
Right.
You can't be a queen without a king. If you were born of a king and you were a woman, you were known as a princess.
Right.
You would never get the title of queen without marrying somebody.
Right.
No matter if the king, your father, died. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. Let's get that. We're going to start with the curse. Why this all happened to us in the first place. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
For you sisters that believe that the black man is nothing and you don't need him, y'all going to be in this place for a very long time. Matter of fact, y'all ain't going to be in this place for a very long time. Y'all going to die when Christ come back. I'm just going to tell you straight.
That's right.
If you don't see any value in the black man from which you come from, you're going to burn. I'm just going to say it. You're going to burn. Read.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Moses is explaining to the Israelites, after the Exodus, after the Passover, which we're going to celebrate.
Yes, sir.
Very soon, on the 15th day of the first month. Yes, we're finally in the first month.
You know, the actual New Year?
Yeah, the actual New Year. We're here. So after that happened, he said he gave the laws, statutes, and commandments to the whole attendance of Israel. Every Israelite there heard the commandments of God, every last one of them. And they bared record of it. And he told them, if you forget to observe, you forget to do, if you stop doing the commandments of God, there's going to be curses to come upon you. Give me Spinning with Madness. Start at verse 28.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
That madness is talking about craziness, mental imbalance. Read.
And blindness and astonishment of heart.
Read.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
What's that talking about? Meaning that you're going to be filling around for all different solutions, all different types of ways to get out of these curses. That is unfruitful. Read.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore.
You're going to be only oppressed and spoiled evermore because you still want to do what you want to do. Instead of doing the one thing and the only thing that gets you out of the curses, which is repent and keep the commandments.
Right.
Read on.
And no man shall save thee.
So the reason why I brought that out is because now women believe, you know what? Since the black man failed, which was designed that way, it's on us to teach the gospel. It's on us to become bishops. It's on us to become pastors. It's on us to become activists because the black man is nothing. But who told you that, black woman? Who told you the black man was nothing? Can somebody get the picture of Caesar Borgia? And I'm about to make this really clear.
Get the captive.
Because this is where it stems from. You don't understand the embodiment of this image right here. This is who told you the black man was nothing. And his race of people told you that the black man was nothing. And they have publicly destroyed the black man in your presence. Give me Deuteronomy 28:64 to go along with this image. Leave him up right here. This is the man that told you, black woman, that you can be bigger and better than the black man himself.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 64.
And this also was a curse. Read.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
You know what's so heavy about that scripture? It mentioned the father. It didn't mention the mother. Neither you nor your fathers have known. Right?
Right.
Even wood and stone. This is the embodiment of the wood right here. The so-called white image of Jesus. The reason why it's a so-called white image of Jesus, because Jesus Christ is black.
Right. Very.
He walked the earth as a black man. He is still today a black man.
That's right.
Because if you believe he's alive, he is black. Not was. That's how they, he is black. Because he's still yet alive till this day.
Right.
Is a black man. But see, this is the image that was perpetuated on us in slavery due to the curses of Deuteronomy 28. And the black woman fell in love with this man. She worshiped this man. Anything that fell out this man's mouth, she believes.
Right.
That's why she joined the feminist movement, because the white man and woman came and said, you know what? Forget civil rights. Let's fight for women's rights. That's where feminism came from.
Right.
So they joined the feminist movement, and guess what? White Jesus funded them things like, now you own your business. We're going to promote you above the black man. Now, you're in a leadership position, and the black man is now taking orders from you. And that has emboldened the black woman. So now she doesn't want a normal man making normal amount of money, which is like $48,000 in this country. No, she wants a man to make $600,000 a year. Like that matters. But this is what this man, Caesar Borgia, has emboldened these black women to believe. And they believe it wholeheartedly. They won't give it up. It's a new day. It's a new earth. It's a new time. Give me, watch this. If you think that I'm lying about this, give me the uncomfortable conversation with a black man and a timestamp. I'm gonna let the devil tell him himself. The devil is going to tell you himself where y'all get this ideology from. It's frozen.
Why is the white church silent?
Turn up a little bit.
Because this stuff causes problems, and
Back it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I want them to hear the question that the black man asked
play
it.
it cool.
This is a pastor right here.
Why people are like, you know what? It's cool. I'll try to reach the world, but on Sunday, I need to be safe.
Why is the, generically speaking, why is the white church silent?
Because this stuff causes problems, and yeah, I don't want to. I'm trying to like play it cool on your chair, this beautiful set, but it's like a messy house. So have you ever had a good idea, like I need to clean my house, and then you set out to do it, and you realize our house is dirty. Every room is dirty. There's stuff underneath the couch. If you got kids, you're like, man, this closet's too crowded. And sometimes you know what? I'll just let my house be dirty because it's too much work. This is what happens with racism.
Stop real quick.
The moment.
So the analogy you used, he said, you're saying the couch is dirty. It's in the closet is dirty. Those are bones of dead bodies that you can pretty much substitute there. So he's saying the white man goes out and says, I got a good idea. I'm going to clean my house. But in the midst of trying to clean my house, I look under the couch. There's stuff down there. I look at the closet. It's full. Yeah, it's full of lies, deception, murder, rape, everything else you can think of that is ungodly. It's filled his house up. So he's like, the hell with it. I won't clean it then. It's too much work. It's too much work. I've done too much evil to try to fix it. And the white man wasn't going to fix it anyway. He's just being one of those Christian-like white men. Play on.
Be dirty because it's too much work. This is what happens with racism. The moment you start looking into this, you realize, oh wow, this goes all the way to the top. This is in our church choir. This is in our church administration. This is in the way we've taught the Bible. And there are a lot of Christians who set out to clean house until they find out how close to home it might come. So there are people who would rather just almost, when you have guests over and you put some of that stuff in that one room.
In that one room.
We've been doing that with racism for decades in the American church, at least as far as I know. And that stuff's starting to overflow now. And so you're faced with two types of people who genuinely want to be a part of the problem, or people who are genuinely upset that they got caught. That's the funny thing about racism. Some people are sorry right now because they're racist and they need to change. Other people are sorry because they got caught being racist. They don't want to fix the problem. They want to fix the optics of it.
So then, would you say that racism and prejudice does in fact exist inside the houses of worship?
No. The moment you set foot in church, all that stuff vanishes because of Jesus. I'm kidding. You're about to throw me off your show. I think, in fact, it could be said that churches might be one of the biggest propagators of racist ideology in our country.
Boom!
Expound on that.
Can I? I wish I had a bomb
the
drop.
way that we operate. So there's
Go
a
ahead and
difference
cut that.
between your principle and
Actually, back up to it. I like the way he said that. I like the way he said that. Go back about 20 seconds where he said, I believe that the church is the biggest, right here.
Could be said that churches might be one of the biggest propagators of racist ideology in our country.
Boom! Thank you. Church is white supremacy, is exactly what the man said out of his mouth. And this is where you black women thrive. Y'all love church. Y'all love everything about it. The images that you see, the songs that you sing. Go ahead, Enos.
Oh, I was going to say, too, he said that as soon as you come into church, all that goes away, right? I have some friends that live out in Nashville. They're Caucasian pastors. They had to deal with an issue when Trump came into office, and they had the older generation, Nashville, Tennessee. They had the older generation of Caucasian, of Edomites. They had to kick them out the church because they still had racist views on. And he's talking about, it goes away when it comes into the church. No, it's still there. It's just hidden. Like he said, it's swept under the rug until somebody like Trump comes into office.
Right. He told the truth. The biggest propagator of racism is the white church. That's why y'all straighten your hair, bleach your skin, blonde it, straighten it, whatever you want to do, y'all got it from them. You want to match the image of your God. And it's a problem because your God don't look like that. He does not look like that. He got woolly hair like what's on top of your head, sister, before you put the hair hat on. You try to cover it up with the hair hat. You press the hair hat down with a stocking cap and you glue the lace front to your forehead to make sure that afro underneath don't pop out. Right. That is called self-hatred.
Envying your oppressor.
Envying your oppressor. Give me women leadership in the church. I'm going over all this before I go over the scriptures, y'all, because this is the mind frame of our sisters. Even when they come out of the church and the truth, they still deal with this. They still deal with this heavy. And we're going to see where it comes from. I mean, it's brainwashing, by the way. Just read the title and then go down to the second paragraph.
All right. Women's leadership in the African American church.
Scroll. Right there.
While African American women represent an estimated 66 to 88% majority in African American churches.
Stop that. 66 to 88%. So that means out of 10 members, 6 to 8 of them are women. 2 are men. Read on.
Men still tend to hold most of the leadership roles. The greatest disparity in women's leadership is in the pastoral role, specifically the senior pastor. Despite these challenges, women are being ordained and appointed as pastors and bishops at increasing rates.
You know why? Because more men are leaving the church, and there's nobody else there but one of them. Read.
The appointment of bishop Vashti Murphy McKenzie.
Vashti.
Vashti.
Somebody named this woman Vashti. She is Bishop Vashti. Do we know where Vashti come from in the Bible? Isn't that Esther 1? Let's read Esther chapter 1. Even in the name it tell you what type of women these is. Your mama read the Bible, had you, and the best name of a woman out the Bible she could give you is Vashti? Okay. Give me Esther 1. Hold on, let's get to the point. Let me get there with you. Start at chapter 1, verse. Let's start at verse 10. We're going to read a little bit.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 10. On the seventh day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mahoma, Bista, Harbona, Bigtha, Abegatha, Zithar, Carcass, and 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ashurbanipal the king.
Ashurbanipal the king.
Sorry. To bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal, to show the people and the princess her beauty, for she was fair to look on.
So she was a very beautiful woman. So the king being merry in his heart with wine, he wanted to show his wife off, right? That's what most men want to do when they have a beautiful wife. Read.
But the queen Vashti refused to come to the king's chamberlain by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burdened in him.
Watch this. He's the king of the entire land. If a man, any man under him would refuse to come to him when he requested him, death. The queen herself said, no, I ain't coming. So that's why he's mad. He's like, wait a minute. I know who I am. I'm the king. Keep reading.
Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew law and judgment.
So he had to consort with his counselors about the matter. Read.
And the next unto him was, Karshina, Shethar, Admatha, Tarshish, Maurice, Marcina, and Marmukin.
Hey, I'm killing them today with these days.
Hey,
but go ahead. Hey, suffer
me.
through it. Suffer through it. Come on.
The 7 princes of Persia and Media, which saw the king's face and were set the first in the kingdom.
They seen the king's face, how pissed he was. He was mad. I told my wife to come here and she didn't come. Read.
What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to the law? Because she have not performed the commandment of the king. Assures by the chamberlains. And Memucan answered before the king and princes, Vashti the queen have not done wrong by the king only, but also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the provinces, and the king Assurius. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes. When it shall be reported, the king Assurius command Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not.
You understand that? The councils understood. If this was left to be, if this does not get judged, that all the women will look upon Vashti as the example and start to despise their husbands the same way the queen did the king. And they said, we can't have that. Let's fast forward to the Christian church, right? You have black women as leaders who can't keep a husband, teaching these women in these churches what? BS. Let's just call it what it is. And these women are single because of the example of the woman they listening to. This is written in the Bible. Now let's go back to the article. So we just read the story of Vashti. A black woman still decided to name her daughter Vashti. And Vashti became a bishop. That's like naming your daughter Jezebel. You get what I'm saying? You have no you didn't read those verses we just read and understood that Vashti is not a good example. And she's living up to the name. Read that. Keep reading. Read the appointment.
The appointment of Bishop Vashti Murphy McKenzie in 2000 as the first woman bishop of the African Methodist Episcopal
the AME Church
was an important step toward gender inclusivity.
This is the thing. Gender exclusivity, right? That has been the devil's lie since the beginning. What did he tell Eve? You won't die. You'll be as a god like your husband. But this is church. Read.
Although women continue to lead in traditional areas in church leadership and more women are being appointed to pastoral leadership, insights from the broader literature on female leadership may be helpful in elucidating factors that may delay this process. Cook and Glass noted that when women are given leadership opportunities, they may face the challenge of a glass cliff, leading a poorly performing organization that may be on the brink of failure. There is some support for this perspective. Some women pastors may be assigned to churches that are facing inordinate challenges, and these pastors may not receive comparable support financially and organizationally.
You see, that's a cop-out. That's a cop-out. Because, this place is failing. Let's put a woman pastor there. Could it not be that it started failing because you put a woman pastor there?
Man.
It can't be the other way around. It has to be that way. Because it failed, it could have been, pre-existing conditions, or the conditions got worse since she got there. I believe the latter. Read.
In addition, theologian Katie Cannon notes that while the increasing number of women leaders is encouraging, this sometimes results in more barriers and increased expressions of sexism. This resistance to women's leadership is expressed not only by men, but also by women.
You know why? Because the Bible tells you that a woman shouldn't be leading a congregation with men and women.
Right.
That's why there's pushback. But church being Satan's temple, you gotta push it. You gotta subtly push it until it becomes law. Like they've done everything else. Scroll all the way down to the last 2 paragraphs. We ain't reading all that. The last 2 paragraphs. Go up. Right there.
African American women have played and are playing a powerful role in the survival of the African American church.
And that's supposed to be a good thing? Read that first. They said that like that's supposed to be a good thing. Read that again.
African American women have played and are playing a powerful role in the survival of the African American church.
Meaning, without the African American woman in the doctrination of the white man, if they were with a man, that lets you know that the church would have been failed. But since the man, there's only 2 men out of 10 that go to church. If that. Since they love white Jesus so much, they're propping up the African American church. That's what it's saying. It would have been collapsed if it wasn't for the black woman. Read.
The needs of families, including specific outreach to children, adolescents, and couples, have been responded to more fully because of women's leadership.
And that's why we have the type of men we have in our community today. The drug dealer, the gangbanger, the effeminate, Little Nas X is because of women's leadership and outreach.
Right.
Little Nas X twerked on a person dressed like the devil. Do you think a father was in the house with him? Do you think he was mentored by a man at all? Absolutely not. Not 100%. It was mama, sister, cousin. It wasn't daddy. That's the point. It wasn't a male figure that he looked up to. That's the point. Because if it was, all right, keep reading. Just imagine. You know your daddy, right?
Yeah.
You on a music video twerking on a man dressed like the devil. What would happen? What would your daddy do to you?
Probably smack the taste out of my mouth.
It'd be some physical altercation going on, right?
Correct.
Because you just disrespected his whole name.
Right.
Hey, the first thing somebody gonna say, hey, your son on TV acting a fool.
You know it.
Phone call. No answer to the phone call. Show up. He gonna find out where you at and show up, and he gonna give you a piece of his mind.
On site.
And if it ain't nothing like, sorry, Dad, I made a mistake, I'm trying to get it taken down. If it's anything other than that, hands being put on you. Because that's how men operate.
Right.
Black women applauding this from Nas X and all. This congratulations, women, your leadership. This is what you get. A black man has disgraced the whole black nationality, the so-called black nationality. He has disgraced us all in that music video. I didn't even watch it. I just watched the comments and everything like that. I seen the thumbnail. I said, is this Negro on a pole upside down? Not clicking on it. Not clicking on it. No, that's a lace front. He had a lace front. I guarantee 10 or 20 sisters seen that video and went out and bought that same lace front after that video. Guaranteed. Keep reading.
We have been challenged to examine more carefully the scriptures to clarify God's intent regarding male and female roles and distinguish the influence of tradition from scripture.
What? We had to look more carefully, meaning you had to search the blue letter. That's a sister on what is it, Clubhouse said the blue letter says what it says. A bishop, it used the Greek term that could mean male or female. She said that. And the brothers was like, so you saying the word is not right. So you say when they translated, they was wrong. She was like, no. Okay, then it says a man become bishop. When a man becomes bishop, husband of one wife. So how could wife now be changed to one husband, or how could that be changed to be man or female? She couldn't answer it. But I'm saying in the blue letter, in the Greek, sister, do you speak Greek? No. Then what are you talking about? They go that deep in the scriptures to justify that wickedness.
Right.
Read on.
Women's leadership has also been helpful in deepening our appreciation of the feminine nature of God.
What though? What?
Did I read that right?
You read that right. Okay. Read it again.
Women's leadership has also been helpful in the deepening of our appreciation of the feminine nature of God.
The feminine nature of God. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. We're going to stop. Give me Exodus 15:3.
I'm already on the way. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3. The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is a man of war. Y'all, have any of these Christians ever thought about it for a second? In the time of Noah, the God Almighty drowned everything and everybody except for the 8 people on the boat. That means children that was just born drowned. Women in labor drowned. Toddlers drowned. Old men and women drowned to death. You know, drowning is the worst death you could probably experience. And think about it. It wasn't just like an overnight, like, okay, today, like, it's just, okay, rain started. Now it's up to my neck. Days went by with rain falling. You realize that you're getting closer and closer to death. Okay, it's at my knees today. It's at my waist. It's at my shoulders. It's at my chin. It's over my head. I'm trying to swim. Trying to stay above float. You tire yourself out. Drown. God did that. The rainbow is a symbol of him saying, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to drown it again. Next time, I'm going to kill you wicked niggas by fire. But the feminine nature of God, the man that causes the lion to go chase the deer, and rip him apart for food. You see that? War is on earth now. How nation fights nation, because that's God's pleasure. He's a man of war. What feminine trait are they talking about? What feminine trait are they talking about?
Yeah, they got Caesar Bow on their mind.
Get the article back up here. Read it again. Women's leadership.
Women's leadership has also been helpful in deepening our appreciation of the feminine nature of God.
And that's why some of these boys in this church is homosexuals. For that reason, right there. Read.
Just as is the case for all leaders, not all examples of women leadership have been helpful.
Okay. Read.
Women leaders who are free to lead out of their calling, creativity, intuition, femininity, comfort of their own power, and sensitivity to the power of the Holy Spirit have been the most helpful models for me.
Understand a woman is writing this article. Understand that. Read that. I am encouraged
by the increased presence of women leaders in the African American church. I would want to encourage more research to identify in more depth some of the underlying concerns related to women's leadership. Surfacing, articulating, and addressing these concerns will be an important step in the process of re-examining these positions in light of a changing local and global reality.
And you know what that last sentence sounds like? Democracy. The leading and changing in local and global standards. So have y'all noticed that Christianity always changes when the world changes? Like,
right.
Now gay marriage is legal. The church now accepts it. But before that, it didn't accept it because it wasn't legal.
Right.
They have a weed-smoking church now called Church 420 because now weed is legal. So every time Esau passes a new law, they change the standard of church. But God himself, give me that in Malachi 3:6. He said he doesn't change. So all this changing in the church is happening, but the one that y'all claim y'all serve said he don't change. So who y'all really serving? Your oppressor, a.k.a. Esau, a.k.a. the so-called white man, a.k.a. the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Read that.
It's the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not.
I am the Lord, I change not. That was written in Malachi. So that means from everything before Malachi, everything after Malachi is still the same.
That's right.
Absolutely. Nothing has changed. But see, that's the church. Give me Google Juanita Bynum real quick. Look, when you think of women pastors, this is the first woman that pops in your mind. She's the most influential woman, bishop, pastor, evangelist, prophetess. She wears all titles. I've heard her called evangelist Juanita Bynum, prophetess Juanita Bynum, apostle Juanita Bynum, disciple Juanita Bynum, singer, whatever. You didn't have to go to that. Go back out. Go down. Actually, just give me the article about her husband. Give me the article about her husband. Give me that one. That one. So, Juanita Bynum was married twice. She divorced in 1985, got married to I think he's a bishop now, he a pastor or something. In 2002, it didn't even last 6 years. It didn't even last 6 years. But this is the one that women pack in a convention center to listen to. You can't keep no man. What are you teaching anybody?
Right.
Read that.
Juanita Bynum, Thomas Weeks finalized divorce.
Thomas Weeks finalized divorce. That means the man filed for divorce. If y'all know the statistics, 8 out of 10 women are the ones that file for divorce in the black community. But this is one of the exceptions. The black man filed for it because he was sick of something. I wonder what. He a pastor. It's not like he was in the world and Juanita Bynum was so full of the anointing, it got on his nerves. He's a pastor. Read that.
Both Thomas Weeks and evangelist Juanita Bynum say they are moving forward with their lives and ministries after their public marriage ended June 20th.
Read this.
Thomas Weeks and evangelist Juanita Bynum said they are moving on with their lives after their public and turbulent marriage ended June 20th.
Turbulent means terrible. Problems. A lot of problems. Read.
Roughly a month before the couple's 6th wedding anniversary.
He said, you know, I got to end this. We can't even make it to the 6th wedding anniversary. I need to end it now.
Man.
We not wait till afterwards for public. You don't think about public sake. You know, we announce it. You know, we're going our separate ways. Things that work out on the anniversary. He said, no, we getting this over with now. It got to end now. Read on.
Bynum said the divorce is not a sad thing. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported, I always said that. This too shall pass, and it just did.
Do you hear this? This is supposed to be a holy woman, right? A woman is supposed to be honored in marriage, right? She's supposed to be honored to be somebody's wife.
Right.
But she said, oh, this is nothing. This is not, this too shall pass. And it just did. What a thing to say. Let's see what Pastor Thomas Weeks said. Read.
Weeks said he will always have a special love.
You got to read the quote unquote on that. He had to be Christian with that. Quote unquote, special love. That means I don't want to see this woman again ever in life.
Please.
Read.
For Bynum, but is moving on with his life and ministry.
Read the quote. You got to say in quotes.
In quotes. It feels like a new day, a brand new life, and a brand new time.
So what can we assume when he's saying? It was hell living with this woman for 5 years.
Absolute misery.
Absolute tragedy in that marriage.
Right, he was delivered.
He was delivered. Oh, I can breathe. I can see color again. That's what he's saying. It feels like a new day, a brand new life, and a brand new time. I thought you getting closer to Christ supposed to be like that. You leaving your wicked wife felt like that. I don't even want to read no more. We don't have to go into the, I don't care. You can take that off. You can take that off. And give me that in Sirach. Let's read what he was going through. It was written in the Bible. Read that in Sirach chapter 26, verse 7.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that have hold of her is as though he have held a scorpion.
Do you know what that sounds like? That's hell. That is hell. He said, when I let go of it, it's a brand new day. Brand new life.
And a brand new time.
Now type in Thomas Weeks in Google. He married another woman less than a year later. Watch this. Go to all. Go to third. Go to all. And type in wife, wives, or whatever. New wife. That brother look happy, don't he? That brother look happy. But the thing is, he divorced Juanita in 2008. He married her in 2009. He got right off the boat, hopped on another one. That's why I need a bite. Go back to the top left. That's why I need a bite in him. He look like to me, it looked like he forced her to smile. The new one, look, the little boy can't stop smiling, boy.
CR 32.
And look, in the first picture, watch this. Look at how the first person, why is she taller than him right there? Because in that third picture, she's not. Okay. Now give me Juanita Bynum. Let's hear the woman speak for herself. Give me the, what is it called? No more sheets. And this is, watch this. I'm going to tell you, this is the ideology of feminism This is the ideology of the black woman in church, and it's going to be summed up in 4 minutes. I pray y'all can just last 4 minutes with me. Just listen to what she say for 4 minutes. It's going to hurt your head, I know, but suffer with your brother, because I got to hear it too. Play that.
You can tell me I'm too holy, but I just want to be saved. I just want to be sanctified. I want to be free. I want to be washed. I want to be purged. I want to lift up holy hands. It took me years to get rid of. But why does she bring this? It took me years to get rid of sheets.
Okay, so everybody's not confused. When she referenced sheets, she's referencing sleeping with other men. So when you hear sheets, assume that she's committing fornication or adultery. Because that's what she's talking about. But she wrapped it up so eloquently with sheets. She getting rid of sheets. Play that.
It took me years to get rid of other people's bedroom sheets. It took and is taking. People say she out there so deep. I gotta walk in the depth to match the depth of sin I've come from.
What the hell is she talking about?
That was a heavy one right there.
Look at all our sisters.
Yeah, that was way over here. Let me repeat that. I said you gotta walk in the depth of God until it supersedes the depth from which you come from.
Ain't number one.
Y'all hearing that?
Black women.
Come on, sir. Are you really hearing this? See, I don't have no choice. And see, that's what I hear God say. He said, y'all, if you in here tonight, you ain't got no choice. See, God brought you to this conference to tell you if you're going to make it, you better get back on your knees. If you're going to overcome, you better turn your plate down. You ain't got no choice.
Sister's crying, don't even know what the hell he's talking about.
He said, wake up. He said, I want you up at 5 a.m.
Stop, hold on.
I said, God, I can't.
Hold on. This is when things get real weird. I'm laughing because this goes into that spin with madness. So she just said the Lord told her. This is the thing about church. They always say God, the Lord, spoke to him literally. He told her to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Play this. Play.
He said, I want you up at 5 a.m. I said, God, I can't get up at 5. I start setting alarm clock. Watch this. I start setting alarm clocks to get up. I was barely hanging out. It seemed like my legs was feeling like lead. I couldn't get out the bed. And God had said, I want you up. And watch this. He said, I want you to treat me like you would your man.
Stop. And you wonder why black women always state that they have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Because in their mind, white Jesus is their husband or is their man. Because you have women like her that says this just outright. She said, God said that I want you to treat me like your man. How? How's that even physically possible? So you gonna cook for white Jesus? You gonna clean up the house for white Jesus? You gonna take white Jesus' plate to the... how is this working? You gonna put something nice on for white Jesus? She's going to say it. Play on.
He said, I want you to treat me like you would your man. Y'all ain't saying nothing. So the first couple of mornings, I was getting up in my pajamas, hair all tore up, ain't got no house shoes on, walking the floor in the basement. He said, get out of that plushless bed. I want you in the basement on the couch. And I'd get up walking in the floor. Tell my Lord, I thank you. God, I give you the praise. Father, I praise you. About the third morning, he said, tomorrow when you get up and get dressed. Comb your hair. Put your clothes on. Put your makeup on. Don't come in my presence like that. Treat me like you treat your man. Y'all tell y'all this.
Look at that sister.
He said, I want you to attention. And I said, okay, God. And I got up the next day and I got my clothes on. And I started walking around the basement. I started praying. And I started praying. And after about a week past, Bishop, it was hard for me to get up every morning for about 5.
So you mean to tell me a supernatural spirit came and told her to get out of bed at 5 a.m. and she did it? It told her to get dressed, get her hair done, all of this at 5 o'clock, and she did it. But she couldn't keep Pastor Thomas Weeks III. I bet Thomas Weeks III could have asked her to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and she would have said, nigga, please.
And roll right back
And
on.
roll right back to sleep. Our people was crazy. Read Deuteronomy 28. Y'all keep thinking this woman talking to God if you want to. Right. Y'all keep thinking Jesus is coming to her at night at 5 a.m. in the morning, talking about get dressed, put your makeup on, treat me like you treat your man. Y'all keep believing that. Y'all gonna be single, upset, mad, and y'all gonna burn when Christ come back. Because that's a load of BS.
Sound like an old fling with a key to me.
Man. How is that even biblical? Christ will come to you and say, treat me like you treat your man. He didn't even tell a woman that on earth when he walked. What? Tell y'all that got the whining spirit on y'all. Y'all need to pray and fast that thing off. Y'all need to pray and fast that thing off. And I pray to God y'all ain't got a husband yet. Y'all need to get that off of y'all before y'all even get one. If y'all got that on you while you married, pray and fast that off. Pray and fast that thing off. And husbands, don't give them no leeway. Don't give them no leeway. Because she crazy. Read that again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 28. And the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
What madness? To the point where you think a voice that's coming from heaven is literally talking to you, making you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to put on makeup and get your hair dressed up before you pray. She said, the Lord told me that. That's not the Lord. That's a demon. Or that's a figment of your imagination. You're schizophrenic, Juanita Bynum. You might need to go to the white man's couch.
Right.
You telling thousands of our sisters this? So guess what? If they was married when they got home, looking at a man, you ain't nothing. I'm about to pray to Jesus. I'm about to have a special relationship with Jesus. He gonna tell me to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna get my hair and stuff done for him, not for you. Right. And what happens? They husband gonna turn into Thomas Weeks. He gonna file for divorce. And he gonna get a new woman. And he gonna be smiling. Talking about it's a brand new day. It's like the sun came out.
A brand new life and a brand new time.
A brand new life and a brand new time. Do you know how bad of a wife you gotta be? First of all, for the husband to file for divorce. Because he has no financial incentive to file for divorce.
Right.
Think about that. You know what they say? Black men really believe it's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah.
As terrible as it is, it's sin in the world. It's sin. But before a man will divorce his wife in the world, he'll get a side piece. He would. But he said, you know what? I'm sick of this. I can't take her. I don't even want to look at her. I want her out my house. He filed for divorce before their 6th wedding anniversary. He said, I'm going to cut this off before it even makes 6 years.
Man, he probably finally let her have everything. I just want my freedom.
Yeah, you can have it all.
You can keep everything.
If you want my title of bishop, you can have it. I don't care. Take it. I'm gone. And these women are following this woman. Are they not?
They are.
Juanita Bynum is the most influential woman pastor there is. Name another one. I couldn't name another one. Juanita Bynum is the biggest. She can't keep a man, and she's crazy. Keep reading.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
Our sisters, right? You know, they wake up on Sunday morning, they go to church, they look around, they see a few men in there. Christ was a man. The 12 apostles was a man. There was prophetesses, and yeah, there was a woman judged by the name of Deborah, but her heart was to the governors, which were men. But you go in there, it's all women, a woman at the pulpit. It doesn't enter your mind that there's something wrong going on in here. Right. Gropeth in darkness. It doesn't. Your husband is in the bed come 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. He ain't waking up. He ain't going to that mess. You ask why. He probably said because it's a load of BS. But you still get dressed. You throw that hat on, them stockings, and you go on to church. For what? Because you really believe that you have a personal relationship with this white man named Caesar Borgia. That ain't Jesus. Don't get it twisted. I went to churches where they had the white image of Christ on the fan that they was blowing each other with. And if you drop it, they got an attitude. You can't drop that. It got white Jesus on it. And then if you wonder why men ain't going, because it's a bunch of BS. Now, we watched all that. We heard all this about women being pastors and everything's jacked up. Let's get the actual commandments, yo. I did all that. I showed all that just to get to, if y'all believe that, even after we showed you the weird images of this, we're going to get the scriptures for it. Give me 1 Corinthians 11. Now we're about to go into scripture what the Bible say. This Bible is not subjective to change because the laws of the white man's kingdom changed. Right. It is yet the same as it was printed many moons ago. Read that. When Paul walked the earth and this was written down, it's the same. Maybe different language, it was translated, but it says the same thing. Don't get it twisted. Read that. 11:1. Start at verse 1.
All right, it's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Come on.
Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
Read.
Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you.
Keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. Ordinances is laws, y'all. Read.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So we have Christ above the man. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And we have the man above the woman. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
And we have God over Christ. So it's God, Christ, man, woman. It said the ordinances. That's law. You cannot circumvent that as much as you want to. She gave $1,000. Hold on. Did I read that? Sorry to say this, but my mom gave thousands for Juanita's wedding to her last man. She said God told her to do it. Shake my head. Did he also tell you that she was going to get divorced before the 6th anniversary? Right. I mean, think about that. Wow, that's crazy, yo.
Did she get a refund when they broke up?
Of course not.
Thank you in advance.
For real, that's crazy. Now give me 1 Corinthians 14:33. This is in the same book of Corinthians. A few chapters later when he says, keep the ordinances as I give them to you. Read.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, and verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
He's not the author of confusion. So what he say is going to stand. It ain't going to change. Read.
Let your women keep silent in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak.
No, she can throw a conference. She can stand up there in front of thousands of people and preach.
It is not permitted unto them to speak.
Read.
But they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law.
You see that? You see how spiritual the law is? So she want to get up on a platform and be this bishop, this pastor, this da-da-da. She don't know when to keep her mouth shut at home. That's why the man don't want to be there. Because she want to do what she do on stage, at home, and the man is not going to have it. She wants to put herself above the man. And Pastor Thomas Weeks was not having it. He was not having it. Read on.
And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home.
Juanita Bynum say she talked to Jesus personally. That's who she gonna learn from. Pastor Weeks was teaching her stuff. She's like, I'm gonna wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna get my makeup done. I'm gonna go in the basement. I'm gonna sit in the couch. And my love of my life, like Jesus gonna teach me everything I need to know.
You know what I still found crazy in that clip that keep running through my mind though? She said he came to her and told her to get up at 5 o'clock, and her first response was, nope, I can't do it.
You're right, she did. Oh, my legs hurt. Why your legs hurt? But yeah, you're right. Like, oh, Lord, I can't do it. I set alarms. My legs was hurting. I'm like,
but this is a God-fearing woman. You gonna look at your Savior and say,
but
I
do
can't do it.
She has a personal relationship with him.
Right.
She argue with him. You see what I'm saying? She could give him some pushback. If the Lord told you to wake up at 5, you wake up at 5:01, you should be dead.
You would be dead.
You would be dead. You will never wake up. But that's how we know it's full of BS.
Right, it wasn't him.
It's full of BS. Is that all? Oh, no, keep reading.
But they are commanded to be under the obedience, also said the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. For it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church.
You see that? Oh, no, but that's supposed to change in 2000. That's supposed to change in this captivity. No. Drop down to 37. Watch this. Watch what he said.
Verse 37. If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord.
Well, we just read the commandments. Obviously, she serves another God because this God said what he said. So she at church, she teaches, she being loud, she doing all of this stuff, but yet God's supposed to still come to you at 5 o'clock in the morning and sit with you and talk to you. And this is why our sisters is so jacked up. Because they don't want to read the text. They want to show. All that. Bruh, you see the flat top haircut she had?
Yeah, I saw that, bro.
I mean, like, think about it. There's nothing feminine about her. Very masculine. Very masculine. My wife couldn't come home with a haircut like that. She knows that. I don't like that. If my hair is longer than yours, we have an issue. Unless, of course, something calls it to happen. Right. But if you cut your hair like that, you basically telling me, you giving me an innuendo. You want to be on top.
When I get married, my wife better not come home with the Gumby.
She had the Gumby, bro. She had the Bobby Brown Gumby, bro. Talk about God woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and treat me like you treat your man. You serious? Head uncovered, by the way. Give me 1 Timothy 2:11. It's not the only place in the Bible that says that, y'all. Give me 1 Timothy 2:11. Did we freeze? Because I'm frozen on the screen. Okay. Will you get it? Read it.
All right. It's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Read it again.
Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Read.
But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to exert authority over the man, but to be in silence.
Doesn't it sound just like what Paul just got done saying? Doesn't that make sense? This is a commandment of God, by the way. Now, we're not saying, sisters, y'all supposed to just be there and bump on a log or something like that. Absolutely not. Y'all have a role. Y'all have a godly role, the role that God gave y'all since the beginning of time. And like I said, the women in the 40s, 30s, 20s, and so even back in slavery was happy to do their duty, their God-given duty.
Right.
It's you new women, the modern woman, like what Kevin Samuels call you, that want to do things different. And y'all wonder why y'all are unhappy. Your grandma, great-grandma, was some of the happiest women on earth. They still had the picture of their husband who passed, normally the man passed first, who passed away. They still looking at his picture on the mount, on the table. You know? They wouldn't say, oh, I was slaving for him. Oh, man, he was such an evil, terrible man. They would never speak of their husband in such manner.
Never.
But y'all going through husband after husband after husband, boyfriend after boyfriend after boyfriend, kid after kid after kid after kid. How is that a better life than what your grandmama lived? How is that? You find one man, oh, he is so attractive. Oh, he got money. Oh, I like him. I want to lay down with him. And you have baby number one. Wouldn't it make sense to get married to this man that you like so much first before you have baby number one? But not okay, so maybe you made a mistake the first time. But you do it again. You do it again. You do it again. So you're not waiting on baby two. Didn't learn your lesson. Let's say you came to the truth after baby number two.
Right.
There's a man in the truth that would take you and the two children and become a father to them that didn't have a father, and you still want to treat him like SH. Because you got the Juanita Bynum spirit on you. The white Jesus is my husband. That's the only man I look up to. You'll listen to your IE. You listen to your supervisor who is of another nation. Right. He tell you, do this. That's not in your job description. But we're short-staffed. I come to you. I tell you to do it. Since you're on the payroll, you're obligated to do it, and you do it.
With a smile.
With a fake smile. You might talk SH behind his back while you're doing the task, but he don't hear it.
Right.
But you don't give the same respect to your husband. He hears SH immediately. Hey, I want food ready when I get home. You better cook it yourself. I'm busy with the kids, and I done did this, and I done did that. All the man wants is a hot meal when he get home, sister. He raising kids that ain't his. Think about all the stuff he put up with when he leave his house. He's supposed to be a god on this earth. He's resorted down to $13.50 an hour. On top of that, he took you and your baggage and keeping the commandments of God and has obligations to the school and other men and all of this. And all he wants is a home-cooked meal. And you yacht. Guess what's going to happen to you, sister? You're going to inherit the wind like Juanita Bynum.
Right.
And your husband going to talk about, oh, it's a brand new day. A brand new life.
Oh, praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh.
All praises to the Lord.
I'm delivered.
Y'all better fix it. Give me Titus 2. Let's read what y'all can do or should want to do. And y'all job is very heavy. Y'all job is very heavy in this nation. We trying to bring back the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American households back in righteousness as the Israelites. That's a heavy matter right there because we're fulfilling Bible prophecy. Y'all should be proud of that. Read that. Hold on, let me get that. Yeah, start at chapter 2, verse 3.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Read.
The aged woman likewise, that ye be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers.
Not liars. Read.
Not giving too much wine.
Not drunk.
Teachers of good things.
Let's get what good things is. Give me Romans 7. Good things.
It's the book of Romans.
Let's get what good things are, because, women might say makeup and learning how to sew a weave in is good things. Let's see what the good things is.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy.
The law, holy. Read.
And the commandment, holy.
The commandment's holy. Read.
And just and good.
That's what's good. So women keep it silent and not asserting authority over the man is, guess what? A commandment, and it's good. You see how that all goes back around? The Lord is not an author of confusion. You see how we could go somewhere else and it still justify what we just read?
Yes, sir.
Instead of going in your own mind and thinking that Christ is going to say something against what he wrote in the Bible to you at 5 o'clock in the morning.
And only to you.
And only to you. Read on.
Teachers of good things, verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober.
So the young women don't grow up being promiscuous out here, giving them much alcohol, read.
To love their...
Or drugs. I got to say that too. Or drugs. To be sober means to be sober-minded, away from alcohol, drugs, or anything that influences unrighteous mentality. Read.
To love their husbands.
See that? You got to teach the younger women to love their husbands. So in order for you to teach them how to love their husbands, what do you have to have, sister?
Right.
You have to have a husband. Because how you going to teach somebody something that you ain't got? Or you failed at. Exactly. If you failed at having a husband, how you going to teach this young woman how to love her husband?
Look, I ain't got no man, but this is how you do it.
Right. Or that you going to do what Juanita Bynum said. Yeah, my husband left me, but guess what? I got Jesus still. Right. This too shall pass.
And it did.
And it did. That's the mentality that these women will have. Read on.
To love their children.
And guess what? The women got to teach the other women how to love their children because it's not an innate thing. They lied to you thinking that when a baby come out of you, you automatically love it. We have seen millions of examples of that not being true.
Right.
Ostrich. You know, I've seen a woman cut the braids out of her child's head because the dad had her hair did.
I saw
that. I mean, I seen a woman that had 7 kids give all the kids DHS talking about F them kids. Yeah. You know, so you just don't automatically love your kids when you have them. There has to be an aged woman that teaches women how to love them the right way, like your grandmothers did. Think about that. Your grandmama helped your mama raise you the right way, somewhat. I'm not gonna say the right way, somewhat.
Right.
Better than what it is now. Grandmama now is 35. Great-grandmama is 48. Great-great-grandmama is 56. Read on.
Verse 5. To be discreet. Chase.
You know what chase means? Look at the definition of chase. That's not a normal Negro word. Chase. And that's what our sisters lack today. Being chase. They start in middle school now.
This is the definition of chase. Abstaining from extramarital or from all sexual intercourse.
Do you see that? You got to teach your daughter that. Not having any sexual nature or intention. Think about this. They start in middle school now. How do they start in middle school? They see mama go to the club, mama wearing short stuff and try to be provocative to get a man because she don't have a man already.
Right.
Think about that. If a woman had a husband, in most cases, even in the world, she's not going outside wearing anything provocative because who's going to say something? The husband. What the hell you got on?
Where you going?
Yeah, where you going? But the lack of the father being home, she walk around like that because she trying to advertise to get a man, which is still the wrong thing to do because you will get the worst man.
Right.
They don't know this. They weren't taught that.
Right.
Read on.
To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
Oh no, to a 2021 woman. Oh no, at home? I don't want to be at home. That don't mean you stuck in a basement, sister.
Right.
That means you take care of the house. Cleaning, the kids upraising. No man wants his children raised by somebody else.
No.
But to you women, you let Esau's public school do it. You let Esau's programming on TV do it. you let BET, Cardi B raise your child more than you. That is not the answer. Read.
Good. Obedient to their own husbands.
You see that? Obedient to their own husbands. Juanita Bynum was obedient to the voice in her head. And that's why her marriage did not last. Read.
That the word of God be not blasphemed.
Because if you do not do these things that was listed above, you are blaspheming the word of God. That's what it's saying. And that's what the Christian church is doing. And that's what the Christian church is allowing our sisters to do. It's time for y'all to come out that crap, man. It's time for y'all to repent and keep God's commandments. Give me Hebrews 2:1. We done. Stop being Juanita Bynum's, sister. Stop. And brother, if you got a Juanita Bynum, check that ish. Because it ain't going to do you no good. It's like a yoke. Trying to hold a scorpion is what it's like. Read that.
Stung repeatedly. Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 1. Therefore, we ought to give the more earnest heed to the things which we have heard, lest at any time we should let them slip.
And sister, if this is you, I hope you glean something. Fix it. Fix it so you can have a better marriage, a better life, and just overall, better understanding of what you should do and not do. But it's better than cast down imaginations, y'all. We gone. I don't think I'm gonna be here next week. I'm gonna be in Orlando. It's going down. Shalom.
Fire be blazing them nations for our salvation. Yeah, them heathens gon' get that.
They just starting to catch our buzz. Opposition get nipped in the bud. Wiser than the crowds around me. I'm observing time. Like our knowledge, we just peeking through the blinds of outside. But don't call me Einstein because it's EMC. Besides that dismantle all the lies ahead of enterprises. Yeah. Hey, you know these devils wear disguises, but they can't be you. Why?
We was bought with a price that's priceless. Though we got our vices, I pray he save us from the dark.